Hey guys, what's going on? We are taking a look at specifically the Zooby puppy and what it has to offer when you have your HUD, all the items, and you start collecting tokens, and the breakdown of the individual timers for roleplay purposes if that is what you're wanting to do. Now, of course, if you buy the puppy and you're not worried about the tokens and roleplay and the timer, that's perfectly fine. These puppies are still interactive and they will not die or pass out or anything like that. You can still interact with them. So I have Cruella here with me. She is actually pretty much set to get all of her love meters up today. I do have her on follow, but I think she's already started roaming around the house here. One thing I wanted to show you is that I have a pee pad in the house. So you can kind of see how far away that they are. There is a pad here in the house. Her food bowl is over here. And then I have the grooming rug in here. And then I have another pee pad actually outside, and it is invisible for, purposes of potty training. And when I got on, she was actually out here because she had actually come to the pad outside. So one thing about the items that you can use that are specifically interactive, you can put them actually it doesn't give you an exact radius of how far they can go, but it does say in the note card that your Zooby puppy will actually travel a distance to get to them outside of the roaming circle. And they do use them periodically on their own. One of the questions that I know that someone had was they said, well, if the dog is using them constantly and you have to keep using consumables. And I'm going to show you that you do not have to use consumables every time and how the timers actually work. So we're going to go ahead and start giving her food to start getting her hearts and happiness up. And you can see I have 8 things of food, 3 bones, 3 trash bags, and 4 brushes. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on her dog bowl. We're going to call her. I only have the one. And then she will come over to the dog dish. All the things are in the way. Okay. And then when we click on it, we can say give food. And then there is new food, and we will click on the new food, and then it's telling us that yes, you have 8 foods remaining. Are you sure you want to give Cruella new food? This cannot be undone. We're going to hit click yes, because we need to get that food meter up. So one thing that when you do this, when you click on this, and then you can click on your puppy to leave if you don't want them to stay there during this whole interaction, because they will have their own interaction where they will eat it until it's gone, and then they will walk away on their own. One thing that you can look at is when you click on puppy and look at stat information. Now you see that my happiness timer, I have 19 hours and 29 minutes left to get all of this happiness up on the puppies on the HUD. But if you look over at the blue box, my food starts at a 24-hour feeding time. All of the consumables except for rest and love have their own individual timer. So you can technically use the one food that we already used for 24 hours. You don't have to keep giving them new food. And that is why that when the dog comes back over here, it refills with that food. Now, because I started my timer separately, I'm wondering if my food timer 24 hours of feed time is going to count for the next one since it's hours different. I'm going to check on that. Hopefully I can, but I think I'll also be at work, so I may not be able to check it. But someone did have a question to that, because I've noticed that when I fed my dog yesterday and the dog went back to the bowl multiple times, it would refill with food. And I wasn't really sure if that was just part of the interaction part of it, because when I first had the dog and the dog auto went over there, it only drank the water. The food actually didn't refill. So my understanding is that when you fill the food the first time, it will keep running for 24 hours when the dog goes over there to eat. So you're not using a consumable every single time. When the dog is done, I'll kind of show you a prompt that pops up that you can tell the difference. And actually, I think the food is all gone now. Okay, so the food is all gone. The dog has eaten it. And what we can do is we can call her back to the bowl. anytime. And it does not refill until we say so, but I've already given her food. So when you click on it, yeah, it refills on its own. So, and it did not take one of my consumables away. So, if you wanted to come over here and bring your dog food, even though the happiness is up and you wanted to do that RP stuff, it would still fill up with food, and then we can have her leave, of course. Now, I know I have one of the puppy pads outside that she did end up using, and I'm pretty sure she used that when I was not online because I remember cleaning that completely before I left. So we are going to call her over to this one to use, and then we're going to see if we can not use a bag on the other one. And the pee pad is going to work with cleaning your pet. I am curious if they're going to add some type of doggy bath. I think that would be a nice one to clean as well. But for now, the pee pad is the one that is going to go with how you're going to clean your puppy. And again, I have seen my Zooby puppy come over to the pad on its own. I've left and come back, and there was, you know, some leavings. So they do use these on their own as well. And so now we're going to go clean. And again, it's going to tell us who do we want to clean. It's going to ask us, do we want to use a new bag? And that is a yes. I have 3 bags left. Are you sure you want to use a new bag for Cruella? Yes, I do. So we're going to use this bag to clean that up. And now we have a heart for her. And now let's actually run out to the pad out here, because I'm pretty sure it's going to ask us if we want to just clean or use a new bag. So when we click on this, we can click on clean. We want to clean Cruella's. And so, yes, it's not using another bag. So you have, again, 24 hours to use that one item. I had 3 bags. I used the one, so I still have 2 bags. So you have, and I believe the clean is 24 hours as well. If we can go find the dog again, she was in here. Okay, there she is. So if we click on her, hit stat info. So the clean has 24 hours of cleaning. So as many times as we call the dog over to use the mat, or if she goes and uses the mat on her own, we won't use another bag. So you're not going to use consumables every time that they do this. So if we were to call her over again, so I think that's really nice, because I was thinking, and a lot of other people were thinking that, okay, if these dogs go and use these bowls all the time, if they go and use the pad all the time, that's taking all of our consumables. You have 24 hours to use that one consumable, so you're not good. So technically, you're only using it one day. You're only using a bag for 24 hours. You're only using the food for 24 hours. If you're on that long, then you're going to get a lot of use out of it. So now we can, oh, she's still technically attached to it. So she's just used that. So now we can hit clean. My bag is 2. I'm not using another bag. So that has definitely cleared up that answer of constantly using consumables, if that's what you're always doing. So now we're going to go ahead and give her a brush. So we will call her over. And then if you did not know as well, you can make these rugs go invisible. If you already have a rug placed down and it's just not going with your decor, you can make the rugs invisible if you would like. I actually probably won't, but they do have some nice different textures that you can do with them. All right, so now we're going to get our brush out. And it's asking, do you want to new brush? Yes, I do. It's telling us we have 3 brushes left. We saw the count go down, and now we have a heart for our brush. And then if we were to click on her and then go to stat info. Again, you're going to pull up, we have 24 hours to use the food, 23 hours to clean, 24 hours to brush, and then the rest in the love is no time limit. One thing that you can do with your love, you can hold your puppy or you can buy the love blanket. Now, what I'm noticing is every time you attach your puppy to yourself, that it does, when you go to place her back down, that you do get a copy in your inventory. And if you're constantly rezzing your puppy from the HUD, you're going to have a lot of copies in your inventory. I kind of wish it would pull from there, but yeah, I have Cruella here multiple times because when I've held her, I've just clicked this. It's right there. But this time I think what I'll do is I'll go through, and I think I have a few of her here. Yeah, there's one there. I think when I go through, I'll just resin drop her out when I do her love meter as well. So we got her brushing done. So let's go ahead and hit the av stand, and then we can go ahead and give her time to get up. And I actually may just go ahead and have her let me see, explore, follow, because sometimes she doesn't really get out of this room on her own that well. So, oh, door's closed. All right, we'll have her follow me, and then I will go ahead and give her a bone. And of course, we can give her a new bone. We have 3 bones remaining. This will go down to 2. And of course, she took the bone as she ran right into the wall. But I mean, that's fine. So she has her food, her treats. She's clean and we've brushed her. And then we will give her some love, and then we will put her down to rest. Now, like I've said, if you want to buy the rest pillow, or not the rest pillow, if you want to buy the love pillow, you can do that if you don't want to hold your puppy, but you can hold them anytime. Starting off, like, getting all these items is pricey. I wasn't expecting their dogs to be 3,000 linden, so they are expensive. Compared to other animals that are out there. But to see what you get for them and how you can interact with them, and it gives you a really much bigger role play aspect of it, I completely understand. So we have 1 token right now. And I kind of want to wait and use it because we can click redeem. I just want to say that when I did this part of the video, I did not realize that the 20 up top was actually 20 tokens. So keep watching and I will correct myself. It's not 1 token per toy. It's actually 20 tokens per 1 toy. 1 Landon pack when rezzed as 6 Landon pack to the puppy. Okay, so if you click on it, you can do that. So are you sure you want to redeem this item? Yes or no? And like I said, I don't know if it's just a toy for the puppy, but we will check it out here in a second because I want to see if our tokens will actually unlock, back to happiness, will unlock another one, or like if you have 2 tokens, will it do XYZ, etc., etc. So let's get Cruella to finish up with her bone. All right, so Miss Cruella is done with her bone. We're going to go ahead and hold her for some lovin'. So we can do hold, and then we will hold her. And as you can see, our love meter has gone up for her. Too cute. And of course, you have different holds if you want to hold your puppy with different poses, if that is something that you would want to do. And then I have different poses as well when I'm holding her, apparently. So if we were to do our different poses, we can do an embrace, a cradle, and a pet. And you can realign all of these depending on the size of your avatar, okay? So now this is the trick of the trade. So we have her attached to us right now. So we can double click to detach her, and then we can just click and drag her back out. And now she is back out, and we can click on explore, And then we can go ahead and have her go over to her bed. So that's what I mean by you don't have to hit your HUD every time. When you pick her up, they will put her in your inventory because she's now attached. And then you can go ahead and just do that. So now we just need to put her in her bed. We can call her over. And again, the love and the sleeping does not have a timer. So if we were to click on her and hit stat info again, and as you can see, the timer, the rest and the love has no limit. So they can go in their bed. You can put them in their bed as much as you want to, and it's not going to have any stop of usage. So now she is asleep. Now, if you wanted to, you could click and have her sleep. To my understanding, if you have them sleep, they won't get up and move. So if you leave and say you want your puppy to stay in their bed, then you would put them on the sleep. But as you ask them just to go there to get this meter up, eventually the puppy will get up and get out of the bed. I have seen my puppy go over to the bed twice, I believe, without me having her go. And you can change the colors of the bed. And they do have that. So now she's starting to get up. She had a little nap there, but we do have all of our love meters full. So we're going to go ahead and see if we did get anything other unlocked. All right, so it doesn't look like we've unlocked anything else. Okay, to my understanding, we might need 20 tokens. Because it's not letting me buy it. So I thought, okay, so maybe this is one toy. It's one toy and you have to have 20 tokens. Okay. So it's not a consumable. So that is more understanding. So I thought this was a consumable, which who knows? Maybe I'm not the only one that thought it was. I just assumed that it was consumable because dogs like to rip up toys. But to my understanding, this 20 is 20 tokens, and then you get the one toy. So we will reconnect when we have 20 tokens. Haven't had it for 20 days. So that's what that's going to come down to when we get that. So keep a lookout for the short for use on that. The good thing to go over is that you have 24 hours to get all of your happiness hearts up with your puppy. And then individually, you have 24 hours of using the food, the bone, the brush, and the bags. So I think that's really, really nice of them, of everything. So you're not using all of your consumables. And she's now just hanging out in her bed. We could tell her to leave if we want to, but she's doing good and doing pretty good on her own. So hopefully you are liking the Zooby Animesh puppies. Remember to go check out the full sim if you want to see the 10 options of puppies that they do allow. They do have more things coming out. These things have literally been out for almost 2 weeks now. And if you get a Zooby puppy now, or if you just want to get the rug, you can currently get this Zubie rug that will connect with your Zubie babies. And this is pretty much a greeting rug where you can have the interactions where they greet your Zubie baby. I don't have one, or I would show that off. But if I have friends that come over, they're more than welcome to put down their little ones and the puppy will interact and greet with them. What are your pros and cons? And also check out the other video that I created that compares the Zooby puppies with the Teagle Pets. And those. They're both virtual pets, but they both offer something very, very good for what you're looking for. And I know I've done videos here and there on the Teagle Pets, but I haven't done a full-blown tutorial on just focusing on them. So if you would like that, please comment down below if you want to check out the Teagle dogs. And Teagle does offer a range of other animals that are interactive for your roleplay purposes. So don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, hit that little bell so you don't miss any of the next videos. And if you ever want to become an official Lunatic member, remember you can become a member for as low as $2.99. You will get special emotes that were specially created for my community, and you'll get first rolls and decisions on a lot of our games that we're playing, and you'll get to have your sim in one of our save files and game through plays and other member perks. So I love and appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are, and this is Luna Galaxy out.